Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So let me know what you guys think, what you're seeing, what's the word on the street. Trying to see if I can find any Sybos information, but I have not been able to locate that. And also, I'll be doing a live tomorrow with Black Roo, probably at 8 o'clock Central Time, which is 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I actually need to figure out what time that actually is, but it'll be 6 o'clock uh, his time, 8 p.m. my time. So I'll look forward to that as well. You said it is Sybos, not Zybos. I thought I said Zybos, not Sybos, but I guess it's Sybos. But either way, they are there. And I was looking for an update somewhere or a actual, what is this? An actual video update, news forum, something. But we'll be doing a Caspa live tonight. These guys are telling me I need to get back into Caspa. There's a project we're working on. So I'm going to start doing some updates to circle the wagon with Caspa and as well, probably XRP. So too little time, too much to do. But we're definitely going to get the Caspa start back rolling and the videos coming again. Let's see here. Do the shout outs real quick. What up, Silver Days? BTM Crypto News Network. What's up? Let's go. What up, Silver Days? Zebec. Actually, I could have put the Casper hat on. That's weird. Um, Smash the like and subscribe. Go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe. Sybos, not Zybos. Caspa. What up? Bitcoin being crypto club Dallas. What's going on? Bitcoin being crypto club Dallas. Caspa will be digital capital. I hope so. I definitely hope so because I'm definitely deep invested in the Caspa game. What's going on? And also, probably going to be doing some Bitcoin videos for Bitcoin Being's Crypto Club. So keep an eye out for that as well. Might become a full-time influencer soon, the way these videos are coming in. But yeah, lots of content and get ready because crypto, fourth quarter in one day, it will be the beginning of October. And I think you guys are going to find out why we call it October when October. I mean October, not September. Yeah, one day till October starts, and you'll see quick why they call it October. Pump is coming, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Um, this is the crypto bubbles. We'll start with that. Actually, let me throw a quick shout out to CMB real quick. Wait, yeah, why is this not? There we go. So, as always, big commercial shout out to our guys, uh, Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown is a crypto brokerage, 24/7 support, one-on-one broker. They actually give you a broker when you sign up. So make sure you use my link in the description. I think you get $20 off or something. I don't remember. Haven't used it in a long time, but I haven't checked. I actually need to check to see if I'm actually getting my uh, percentages on the accounts that are signing up. But it is good to use. They help you with crypto. They give you advice. If you have any crypto questions, they answer your questions 24 hours a day. I've called these guys at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning before. had long conversations with them. So um, I guess it's safe for you to explore and ask questions and talk to them. They have suggestions, something you should research, because as always, do your own research, right? Don't just randomly pick those we're talking about or your favorite YouTube influencer is bringing up. Make sure you research it and understand what it does and what value it brings. But shout out to Caleb and Young. Use my um, discount code in the description if you're signing up. Moving forward, back to the crypto bubbles. So let's see here. Phantom Beat, what up? Crypto news. It's all good. So thanks for joining. And let's see what is going on with the crypto chart. With the something's weird happening with the crypto bubble. So we'll give it a second. There we go. I might just say, hold up, swell up. But yeah, we're back live. So this is Spectra AI is up 7.5. I need to check my other account. I have so many accounts that have crypto in it, man. It is impossible to keep up with. But every once in a while, I'll run into something that's actually pumping on a site that I haven't been looking at very long. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. So, wait, what? So this is Spectra's up 7.5, Powell's up 10.5, BGB is up 2.2, Mr. Miggles is up 5%, uh, XLM is up 1.2, Koto is up 8.4. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Gao is up 1.6. Alchemy Pay is up zero point 0.6. Cubic is up 9.7. And I finally got that message from who is these guys? Trade Ogre, right? I showed that in the other video. Trade Ogre Exchange is actually under investigation for money laundering. So it's cool because at least we know what's happening. So I suspect we might get our tokens back, but I don't know. But that said, yeah, see, it says translate English to English, but this is in English. I don't know what this is. The site is a crypto asset has been seized by RCMP. I don't even, I guess that's Canadian police or something. So hopefully we'll get our crypto back or not, but that's good because I can't do anything with it. So it's just going to keep accumulating and keep gaining money. You see, Cubic is up 9.7%. And if I remember correctly, it might have 60, 65, 68 million Cubic tokens, but I don't remember. And I can't see it, so I don't know. But hopefully they'll give us the crypto back. But if not, won't be the first time. Quant, that's why it's very important that you have an exchange and a cold storage wallet, just so these guys can't keep your crypto. And the only reason I didn't put it on cold storage because at the time Cubic doesn't have cold storage. It's only on very limited exchanges to begin with. But Quant is up 3.1, so we're back to 105 from 100. And I was saying, might want to pick some up, not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Quant was at 165 and 81 cents, and it is currently at 103. So there's definitely profits to be made there. I generally don't invest in cryptos that aren't blue chips or that are under a dollar, right? Generally under dollar micro caps and blue chips. But I don't know, I got to do the research. Noxo is up 2.3%, $1.26. Mog is up 2.5, Link is up 0.5, Baby Dodge is up 1.4, Bitcoin's up 2%. Okay, back up to 114. So October is starting early. DAGS is up 2% to 2 cents, actually. Like the twos there. Hex is up 6.5 to 008 from 007. XPX 6900 is at $1, under $1 billion market cap. So it did drop down some, but it is $1 up 1.6 today. GigaChad is 1 cent. Dang it. Wow. 116 million market. What the freak happened to GigaChad? Prime's up 0.7. H-bar is up 0.5. It's also something to keep a radar at. Been telling people, make sure you keep an eye on H-bar Hedera up to 20.9, 21.9 cents from 21.2 cents, up 0.5 cents. But it's probably be a heavy banger this bull run. Not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Phantom Beat, what up? Silver Days, what up, Phantom? XRP. Hello, Goober? I don't even. I gotta look that up. I'm not even sure what that even means. McCade is up 3.8, finally back on track at 1 cent. A lot of stuff at 1 cent, guys. Keep an eye open. Pay attention to what's happening. I was listening to Black Root earlier, and he mentioned crypto is going to be ready to price people out of the market, right? It is going to start pumping, and it's going to be too much for some people to get in, and you're going to get priced out. Like Ethereum was in the 50s, and now it's at 4,000. A lot of people can't afford an Ethereum token at 4,100 and something. And actually, let me see. And as he mentioned, as it goes up, right, the price is going up. People are saying XRP might get to $30 by the end of the year, maybe $100 next year. And it's cool at 2 cents. What is this? $2.88. But at $30, less people are getting it. At $100, even less are getting it. So if you got it now at $2 and wrote it up to 100, that's a nice little profit. Again, it's not financial advice. This is just me telling you guys because I want you to be in the know on crypto. So what was it? What were we looking for? The XRP. It wasn't XRP. It was. Yeah, sidetrack. Ethereum. I'm tripping. Okay, so Ethereum is 4,217, up 2.6 on the day, down 0.2 on the week. Still a pretty good pick up. Let me see on the year. We got up to 48,000, 4,874. And I remember when it was back in the hundreds, right? But when it pumps, it's going to pump hard. When it does pump hard, it's going to leave people on the sideline wondering why they didn't get into Bitcoin when it was cheaper. I'm watching in the background. Thanks, Yazin. What's going on? Stablecoin is getting ready. Remember, BNB was $50. Yikes. What is BNB now? Where's BNB? Why is BNB not even on here? I know it's on here. Dun, 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 dun. Where is Binance? It's weird. Let me zoom out a little bit and look. Why is so hard to find Binance? Oh, yeah. And our infamous friend, ICP, which was taken off. I don't have Binance on here. That's weird. So Binance is, oh, wow. Binance 1,000. You said Binance was what? Binance was $50? Oh, man. Oh, man. Should have got Binance when it was cheaper. But that's the thing, too. Some of these tokens you can't buy on the exchanges that we have access to. You can always do the infamous VPN and change your address, but I'm not doing all that, man. I'm not getting any rabbit holes or get stuck with crypto. I already have enough crypto spread out over too many exchanges and cold storage wallets. I don't even keep up with them. So make sure you have a plan. What up, Black Roo? I was just telling guys, we're doing a live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and 6 p.m. your time. And I want to say that's Pacific time or Mountain time. I'm not sure. Well, what up, though? Yeah, my wife's from Detroit. So yeah, you and what is this? Mr. What's that guy's name? He's also from Detroit. So there's actually several Detroit content creators in the crypto industry. Let's go. Shout out to the 313. Um Back to Pacific. Okay. Where were we? So we're at Ethereum. Solana's also another banger. Keep an eye on 213 up 1.6. I want to say it was up to 260 and it's only at 213 and I'm buying Solana, so definitely make sure Pacific, let's go Lions. I wouldn't go that far, right? I wouldn't go that far. I mean, shout out to the D, but it's cowboy country, baby. Pure cowboy country. But I do like the coach Dan Campbell is a ex-cowboy, so I'll give you guys that. But outside of that, it's Cowboys or die, baby. Cowboys or die. Anybody see a good football game last night? XRP's up point 0.9. And of course, the crypto we all know and love, the favorite payroll processor, the main one we're into, the best RWA on the market. Currently, a Zebec Network, ZBCN is up 2.5 on the day. 0039 up from 0036, down 1.3 on the hour, 9.9 on the week, 2.7 on down 2.7 on the month, 238. And all this time I've been doing this, Crypto Bubble's got the market cap right here. I go to live coin watch just to get the market cap. It's been right here the whole time, guys. The whole time. Not even paying attention. We're down 8 to 169. Market cap's down under 400 million. I don't like that, but it'll begin to come back. And 24-hour volume is 17.8. And I remember the coin market cap AI says we need to stay above 20.5 million market cap. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe we can push on back up. Stronghold is still under 0.2. Load up. What up, Phantom Beat? You said Stronghold. I was just looking at Stronghold actually. So Stronghold is up 3 spaces to 372, 95.4 million market cap. That's a banger. That is a banger. At 1 cent, actually. I need to figure out where to get Stronghold at. Do you guys know if it's on Coinbase or Uphold? The last time I checked, it was not on Uphold or Coinbase. I want to say it is a Binance token. Look at that in a second. Let me see. Is it on here? Bum bum bum. What is this? Up. It wasn't here last time I checked, and it's still not tripping. Stronghold. Yeah, still not here. So I got to figure out where to get it. Gonna start a sports war. I have to wait 11 years for Lions to get good. Cowboys and Packers still haunt my dreams. Yeah, I was telling some of my Detroit friends that, bro. Win a Super Bowl. But I don't dislike the Lions, though. The Lions actually come to Dallas every year for the Dallas takeover. Good times. But for this year, it's going to be in Detroit. So I don't know if I'm making that. But I might check it out. But definitely don't mind going to Detroit as long as it's not in the winter. I don't know if it's cold there now. Last year we went, it was Thanksgiving and it started snowing. Bro, it's too cold to snow in Thanksgiving, bro. Thanks, but no thanks. What up? The Zebec family. What up, Brock? What's going on? Back to we were at Zebec, I think 0038. Then ARC AI takes down 8.2, pips down 1.7. Metal is down 1.2. Probably a good time to get in the Metal blockchain. I need to figure out where this is as well. Down 6 places to 37 cents. Down 1.2 on the day. Down 2.2 on the week. 7.5 on a month. 792 on the year. Yeah, I definitely need to pick this up. Let me see. Dude, why can't they put these on Uphold? Why can't they make it easier? I don't think it's on Uphold. It is not. No, actually, is this the same metal? Is this? What is this? It's metal blockchain. This is metal DIO. This says 60 cents. This is 30 cents. So it's probably not the same token. I'm just going to throw that out there, but we will see. Maybe it's on CoinMarketCap. Is it? Uh, oh yeah. With Ethereum pumping, I was just looking at. I haven't been in my crypto.com in a long time, but I do have a ton of these NFTs. So with the price going up, things are golden. If I can just get someone to buy some of these NFTs, we are live. Swap is using Lops wallet, nice and easy with XLM or USDC for Stronghold. Okay, I may need to run that back. So you said Lobster wallet. Just making a note here. Lobster wallet. Dang, I forgot the game on that night. Dang it. Um, Stronghold. Then my Eagles haunt you. The Eagles haunt me, bro. So definitely, let's just keep the Eagles out of this, man. I was talking to one of my friends at church actually, and I was like, man, you got the nerve to come in here with a Philadelphia Eagles shirt on, bro. But I don't not like the Eagles because that's my man's Jalen, right? So I can't knock their hustle. And I'm happy that things are working out for Jalen. So that's good as well. And I'm not trying to change this into a crypto what is this? Football content. I'm trying to stick to crypto. Stronghold on Mexi, dance with who brought you to the party. What up, quarter crawler? Where have you been, bro? Where have you freaking been, man? You guys see I'm doing a Caspa tonight. So rally the troops, bro. We need to get back in the game. I know we've been out on the sideline navigating the world of RWA, but it's time to get back into Caspa before this pump hits. Although it might not hit right away, but we can definitely rally the troops. Tell everybody, tell your moms, sisters, boyfriends, barber, Caspa is on tonight at 9 p.m. What do you think, Tangent? Do you think Tangent will ever add Uphold as a liquidity provider? Probably not. It'd actually be a really good idea, but probably not. At this point, I think Uphold's probably too big. Uphold's probably going to charge them, or it's going to be something that wouldn't be easy for Tangent to partner with Uphold. New Wave. I have a little hate that you drafted Jalen Carter before the Lions pick, but we got Jameer Gibbs that year, so I think it's okay. And y'all got a Super Bowl, so I can't say sugar honey iced tea, definitely. And that's my man's man. I got I drafted last year. I had David Montgomery in fantasy. That was my guy. Mad I didn't get him this year because he's doing pretty good. But with the split with him and Gibbs, I don't know. We might need to go ahead and break down a freaking fantasy live, man. Zebec, what up, Tony T? See you laughing, Black Roo. But no worries. It's weird. What calling from Nogales, Arizona. Might check that out as well. Where were we? So I got sidetracked. So guess we'll look at the holders real quick. Back to Zebec. the ZBCN. We're currently at 83,747, and I still didn't make the 84,000 holder. I might well just wait for even number 85,000, make the posting, and just wait it out. And at this rate, we're going to hit 84,000 before um, the first week of October, I'm sure. So currently, 4 hours, we added 29 wallet holder addresses, 12 hours, 88 wallets. For the day, 115. 3 days, 217. For the week, we added 705. That's what I like to see, bro. That's the numbers we're supposed to be having, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Um, 14 days, 1,219. 30 days, 1,847. And I can't remember what the high was for addresses added. I want to say it was in the thousands, but I can't remember if it was like 3 or 4,000 or a couple thousand or what. Malik Neighbors tore what? Dang, for real? Dang. I know somebody's about to be super sick, man. Neighbors tore his Achilles. It's a wrap. Yeah, BTM, we might have to do a sports cast, bro. I think so, Rue. I think we might need to start fantasy predicting, man. Yazim Bey, what up, man? What's going on? I thought we had something with crypto, but apparently we can definitely do football, bro. I'm definitely deep in football and fantasy, and I can bring my fantasy guys in, and this could be an all day, all night kind of thing. Um, Current holders for Solana scan 83,752. These guys are saying 83,747. So wow, there's usually only two or three different. Look like they're like 8 or 9. So there's a much bigger difference there. Um, Yazim Bey, people happy. Dart is starting over Russ. Man, I don't know why, right? I don't even know why. They brought this kid in to start up. Russ had a bad game and they benched him. Russ had the best game of his life the week before. So I don't know, but we'll see. As I tell my friends, the cream of the crop rises to the top in football, bro. If you stop producing, you're going to be on the bench. And if you have a good game and a bad game, if you don't have another good game, somebody else is rotating in. We'll keep it pushing. Live coin watch 0038. 1.57% down on the hour, 1.84 for the day. For the week, 11.3 down. For 30 days, for the month, we're down 4.17. For 30 days, we're still up 17.39. And for the year, we're still up 231. So if you got in last year or early this year, we are still dancing in the party. What is it? Quarter crawler? Dance with who brought you to the party, right? You can mingle and mix, but dance with who brought you to the party, my guys. Keeping it moving. This is Coin Market Cap. Coin Market Cap says 0038 up 2%. Market cap is 853, 353 mil. How did I get eight? Are these glasses working? What are you doing? 853.09 mil won, up 2.14%. 24-hour trading volume is 12.7 million, up 22%. I think it was. I think somewhere around 12 to 20, I guess. Holders, 81,000, 83,500. So they're behind. So as of stats, I think Coin Market Cap gives you the best stats. They're not really manipulated, and they're going to give you the most accurate, up-to-date numbers. As far as the holders, something's wrong on that end, but everything else seems to be up to date. Let's go back to X before we go to what is this? before we go to Trader View. So don't forget to sign up for the BTM Crypto News Network Twitter channel to stay current on events. And this is Thursday from the AMA. So this is Theodore Griffin, ZBCN market update, price to 0039, up approximately 5%, market cap 333 million, circling supply, 24-hour trading volume 15.9 mil won, intraday range 0036 to 0039, 7-day volatility traded at the 0036 to 0046 range, all-time high to 007, May 30th. And if this is October, I think we're going to exceed that all-time high. I'm not going to get into price predictions just yet, but this is YAB X Crypto. Future is here. A new future is here on where you receive your pay in crypto from Zebec and let you invest your money on Uphold. This is NBA, NHL collabs is going to be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, as soon as they put this on the screen in Michigan, I'm telling you, people are going to jump all in, start downloading apps, probably bring the servers down. Rumor has it Zebec will be giving away free game tickets to the community. Stop the press. Stop the press. Free tickets, bro. It'll be full on panda. They start passing out cowboy tickets, bro. I'd be making my own accounts all day and all night just to get the free tickets. Zebec and Uphold game-changing collaboration. Zebec and Uphold revolutionize crypto payments. Let's check this out.
Game-changing partnership just dropped. Zebec and Uphold didn't just shake hands. They sent shockwaves across the entire crypto industry. Here's why this matters. Uphold serves 12 million customers, from enterprise giants to banks, providing the best liquidity across 32 decentralized exchanges, a platform trusted by institutions for reliability, compliance, and scale. And now, they're going all in on Zebec. 100 million ZBCN is owned by Uphold. Think about that. If a regulated enterprise-grade giant is betting big, why wouldn't the world pay attention? Since launch, Zebec has already surged 500%. This isn't speculation. This is confidence in the future. Together, they're building real-world solutions. Streaming payroll on-chain, seamless crypto payments, and treasury services for companies that demand trust and transparency. This isn't about quick profits. It's about solving real problems with real assets. And now, CEO of Zebec, Simon Babakani, said they're taking it mainstream, announcing NBA and NHL sponsorships, as hockey and basketball are a religion, and there is no better way to connect with the local communities, with 6 major teams in cities like Minneapolis and Detroit. Those cities alone represent 30 million plus people who will be watching these games and seeing this partnership in action. And this couldn't come at a better time, because 30 to 50 million Americans are expected to buy crypto for the first time in the next year.
You heard that right. 30 to 50 million. Even if these guys only buy $1, that is 30 to 50 million. I suspect they're doing at least 5. So what is that? 150 million, give or take? I don't know, guys, but I'm telling you, the adoption is going. There are more and more people talking about crypto. All the time, people come up to me, what do you know about crypto? What do you know about crypto? Absolutely nothing. But I can tell you everything you need to know since you don't know about crypto and you don't even know who I am. So obviously, you don't know too much about crypto. But people are finally getting adoption and getting involved and actually wanting to make money in this crypto arena.
Zebec and Uphold are making sure it's safe, compliant, and built for everyone, from fans to Fortune 500 companies. ISO 2 and SOC 2 compliance? That's why banks and enterprises are knocking on the door. This is finance moving at the speed of streaming. So ask yourself, if the institutions, the athletes, and the fans are getting on board, why wouldn't you? The era of real-time crypto payments isn't coming. It's
I'm actually really talking. Shout out to Yob X Crypto Money. I hate that voice because that voice is on a lot of sports uh, videos that I watch, and some of them aren't so nice to the Cowboys. But he's right, right? Once this NBA, NHL adoption happens, and if they do anything with the players or promotions or any other option, these guys are going to eat it up, man. So I would advise you guys to eat the dip while you can because it ain't going to be here long. And if you haven't noticed, Zebec is pretty much a credit card partner with everybody, right? At this point, I'm going to say it. I've been holding out, but Zebec is starting to get too big to fail, right? And I say that a lot. People are like, anytime you say something's too big to fail, it's golden. And I'm telling you, man, what all the card partners they have, plus the blockchain partnerships, plus working with the bank, right? It's not like you can just pull the plug. Once you get in with the bank, it's a marriage, right? You all the way up or already down, right? And as long as the bank is open, you're pumping, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts or partnership or negotiation. Once you get on, you're in there like swimwear. Uh, one of, let's see, this one is for the real mini U, mini U community. Mini U is the largest, latest Ethereum token added to the Zebec Silver Carbon Card, like starting next week, live starting next week. And yes, a custom MiU debit card is coming soon, so you can spend anywhere in true mini U fashion. Get your card today. So it's not only they have the silver and carbon card, they're actually having a debit card as well. So this means that somewhere Zebec is integrated into the banking system. If you're spending crypto from your wallet to your credit card, which is huge. Zebec has the first mover adoption here, right? They're doing stuff nobody else is doing. And at some point, everyone, their mom's sister's barber is going to try to do this. They're going to try to duplicate. What is it? Often duplicated, never replicated or something. I don't know. But these guys are deep, right? These guys are really deep in the game. Between the partnerships, between the banks, between the credit cards, between Science Card, money flows. Zebec is setting up the rails to move money. As the adoption comes, so will the price, and things will be hard to stop. Zebec and Uphold might have the biggest activations in crypto space. With the collaboration with NBA and NHL, this might be one to watch and one for the history books. I think so too. Uh,
Zebec and Uphold didn't just shake hands. They set off an earthquake in crypto. Here's the deal. Uphold, the fortress serving 12 million customers, powering banks and enterprises with rock-solid liquidity across 32 decentralized exchanges, just went all in on Zebec. We're talking $100 million in ZBCN they are holding. That's not a handshake. That's a full-on moon landing. Zebec, already up 500% since launch. This isn't hype. This is confidence screaming from the rooftops. Together, they're streaming payroll on-chain, making crypto payments smoother than a fast break in the NBA, and building treasury tools banks actually trust. And speaking of the NBA, CEO Simon Babakani just dropped the mic. Sponsorships across major NBA and NHL teams, in cities repping 30 million fans. That's crypto meeting courtside culture. At the same time, 50 million Americans are about to buy crypto for the first time. Zebec and Uphold, they're making it safe, compliant, and ready for everyone, from fans to Fortune 500 giants. ISO 2, SOC 2, the security gold standard. This is finance at the speed of streaming. So ask yourself, if the institutions, the athletes, and the fans are on board, why wouldn't you? The future of real-time crypto payments? It's not coming. It's here.
So shout out to Yob X Crypto Money. It's a pretty good video. This is Simon, the CEO. The future arrives faster on Swift. And I can't read that next line. This is, I guess, at the Sybos conference. Let me make sure I got that right. This is All in Crypto. All in at Sybos 2025. Swift announced plans to develop a distributed ledger to support at first 24/7 cross-border transactions. The ledger will be shared with 30 banks and also use the links to Ripple, XRP, Quant, and HBAR in some form. I guess includes HSBC, BBVA, and Citi. According to Swift, DLT are natural extensions of Swift ecosystem. Innovation Sybos 2025 covers digital assets at large. Will with exhibitors from XDC Network to Zebec, ZBCN, Hedera, Quant, DTCC, and European Central Bank will be in attendance. Big issue debates: how will digital assets reshape the future of global finance? Going to be a full-on cutover. What is this? This is HCL Tech, Supercharging Progress, Hedera, Halabo, I don't know. HQLA, and HSBC. And of course, Quad Payment Solutions, Quad Techs, and Twist. I'm not 100% sure why we showed those, but whatever. Keeping it moving. This is Creative Control. Shout out to Creative Control. This guy's like the king of content for a Zebec. Wait. So if Stripe acquired, I guess this is Privy, and All United Stable is the bring EURAU to Privy wallets, and Zebec is preferred partner for delivering real-time payroll with EURAU integration. Does this kind of make us partners with Stripe too? That's actually a good question. I'm not saying it's a reach. I think that's a good question, actually. Today, we're proud to announce that Stripe is acquiring Privy. We couldn't be more excited. Privy continues as an independent product, but now we'll move faster, ship more, and serve even better so we can stay focused on our users. I actually don't even know what Privy or I know Stripe. I think Stripe is that credit card company provider where you can do mobile payments. But we'll look that guy up as well. Most stablecoin innovation is centered around the dollar. Today, we're excited to partner with All Ally Stable to bring EURAU. What is this? Eura, Eura. I don't know. A regulated euro stablecoin into previous wallets. Together, we're making euro denominated flows seamless, programmable, and ready to scale. Interesting. This is All Unity and Zebec partner to deliver real-time payroll with EURAU stablecoin integration. Frankfurt, Germany, September 23rd. All Unity joint venture between DWS, flow trader in Galaxy, and a regulated e-money institution today announced a new partnership with Zebec, a decentralized infrastructure network for real-world value flows. Through this collaboration, Zebec becomes the preferred partner of all Unity to deliver real-time stablecoin-powered payroll solutions for a private and enterprise client network worldwide. As part of the partnership, Zebec will integrate EURA, all Unity euro-based fully reserved stablecoin, into its payroll platform to enable, I hate when they do that, right? All the time. So the word, man, real-time frictionless payment in the stablecoin enabled businesses. Okay, that's actually pretty cool there. That was the last one. Dun, 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 that one and this one. It was the last one. So this is Zebec Man. Shout out to Zebec Man. Me and Zebec Man's been reading videos since the beginning. Frankfurt is on fire. ZBCN just stormed into Sybos 2025, and the vibes are electric. We're talking 9,000 plus global Titan executives from BNP, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, JP Morgan, Citi, and Goldman Sachs, rubbing shoulders with innovative leaders, policymakers, and institutional heavyweights from 150 countries. Zebec's AI-powered PayFi and RWA magic is stealing the spotlight, showcasing seamless real-time payroll, streaming payments, and ISO 20022 compliant. And that's actually a good thing. These guys got compliant right on time. I'm telling you guys, Zebec is falling in line in perfect timing. Everything they do is right on a good timing. The time frame that these guys are moving are crazy, and everything is starting to line up. So just wait until everything does line up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, king, queens, and in betweens, you are early. You heard it from your main man, BTM first. We are early to the party. Guys, we're at the party in the what is that? You know how you used to go to those high school dances, right? And your parents dropped you off early when you're young, and you get there and the DJ's setting up and the lights are still on, right? Versus the big kids come in later when it's dark. And wait, you get there around 9 o'clock and everybody else gets there around 11 o'clock, right? And the lights are out, and that's when the party starts. But when you get there too early, the lights are still on and you're still setting up. You know, you're sitting around, joking with your friends before the party starts. This is kind of the position a Zebec is in, right? Literally just went to the Sybos. We're at the party, right? Now just got to get a word out, right? You know, you're there, you're waiting, you've been practicing your dance move all day, all week before the weekend. So you can get the party started. And of course, you break it out because you've been practicing. People are like, wow, who's this guy? Uh, Partnerships brewing, deals dropping, and the future of finance just dropped a whole lot faster. Who's ready for ZBCN to the moon? This is the dawn of Pay5 revolution. Join the movement.
All the big hitters on the grind for that real-time payroll. Now Zebec is in the mix with all the big hitters. Yeah, Zebec in the mix with all the big hitters. Sibos, Zebec in the mix with all the big hitters on the grind for that real-time payroll. Now Zebec is in the mix with all the big hitters.
I actually like that. That's actually pretty. Kind of goes kind of hard. It's kind of goes hard, man. But you're there when people are starting rapping about you, bro. Right? We've made it, Mama. We made it. Right? We've got songs, got videos, got your main man BTM talking about it. It's only a matter of time. I think we skipped something. ISO mass adoption sessions on AI. ELT, Quantum Tech, and Digital Assets. Zebec's leading the charge on the next frontier of global finance. So this is Creative Control again. What up? Big shout out to Creative Control. We got glizzies too. No, you lying. No, you lying. I know you ain't talking about. Nobody asked for it, but sausages delivery. I thought that's what I thought you were talking about. So I started saying glizzies, and now the daughter wanting me to eat hot dogs, right? Because it's like trying to get you a hot dog glizzy. You guys might not know about that though. This, I guess that's the East Coast thing. That hot dog glizzy. Nobody just wait. Oh, it's called nobody. Nobody sausage. This is a okay. Nobody just entered the Zebec Silver carbon card. You'll soon tap, uh, swipe, and wiggle pay with the custom Nobody Sausage debit card. I don't even know what Nobody Sausage is. Never heard of this, but it's actually a cool concept. So whoever came up with them, shouts out to those guys. Anywhere, anytime, anybody can be nobody. These guys are delivering sausages anywhere, anytime, bro. Zebec's gonna make a lot of money. I'm just throwing it out there. And sausages alone on freaking glizzies, bro. Rico Clean. What up, Rico? Just heard Swift and ZBCN partner possible very soon. Yeah, I'm getting to that actually. I think that's the next one. What up? The next 2 weeks, mid October, Bitcoin is forming a ABCD pattern, which could come down to 100K, then move up between 150 and 185. I was literally telling the guys at the Bitcoin Bin Club this week, people are saying Bitcoin will be 200,000 to 250 by the end of the year. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pay attention. This is October and 1 day. You will definitely see some pumping. I'm not saying it's all going to pump, but something is going to start pumping in exactly 1 day. Real pictures there. Go Lions. Swift partner would be big. What up, Rico? Clean. Things are lining up. Down. I'm saying, man, right? Look, things are lining up. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Right? Just dun, 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 dun. Like bricks, man. They're lining up like bricks. Dominoes are lining up. Yep, yep. Definitely so. Phantom Beat. Zebec, what up, Rico? And Fire. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you know where it's at. Shout out to Rico Clean. If you guys are into Zebec and you think it's gonna pump, put a fire emoji in the chat so we can see where it's at. Keeping it moving. I'm just gonna leave this right here. This is my main man, Creative Control. Shout out to Creative Control. Collaboration across the industry. Financial institutions from 16 countries have already shaping the design on the ledger. 30 leading banks, including, are collaborating with Swift to define functionality, governance, and the future phases of development. And you can see here, ooh, Santander. I used to work for those guys. If they involved, it is definitely money, bro. I'm telling you, Santander is the largest financiers of what are those? What are those called? XRT Hellcats. These are the exclusive. I work there. These guys improve anybody for a freaking Hellcat, man. I don't care what your credit score is. They're based out of Spain. These guys are literally the freaking money guys. Santander's on here. We all know what Bank of America, BBVA, Citi. You know, Citi's a beast. And the finance. Well, I got a financial service background, so I know all the financial services. Citi is a beast. Bank of America is the number 2 bank in the U.S., maybe the world. JP Morgan Chase is the number 1 bank. People are like, Bank of America is cool. Bank of America is not JP Morgan, bro. Don't ever get it twisted. Bank of America is cool, but it ain't JP Morgan Chase, guys. Highlighted here is Deutsche Bank, and Deutsche Bank is the company that we partnership with, right? So if Deutsche Bank is here and the American banks are here, it's only a matter of time before JP Morgan Chase is entering an agreement with a Zebec. I'm not trying to hype you guys up, but I know how financial services work. If you work with one of them, you're going to work with everyone. And if you're working with JP Morgan Chase, you're going to be working with everybody. Bank of America cannot let you get too far ahead with working with Chase, as Deutsche Bank is already ahead. So Chase is probably in the background already listening. Chase reminds me, it's a financial service joke, right? So it's like if you're at a restaurant and you're talking and the guy behind you is doing this and doing this, call it ear hustling, but they keep doing this, keep looking back and hearing, trying to figure out what you're talking about. That's JP Morgan. You're talking about money, they're going to find out about it. And if you're talking about it and you're making it, they're getting involved, right? What is it? Today's price is not tomorrow's price. No, what is it? Yesterday's price is not today's price. Fat Joe. Yesterday's price is not today's price. But what is it? What is that? What movie is that? Dang it. King of New York. If a bag is sold in the park, I want in. Right? It's a clip from, I don't know, maybe it is King of New York. But yeah, JP Morgan Chase is King of New York, right? You're making anything happen, you're making money, JP Morgan will get in. I want in. I don't care what you're doing, how you doing it, who's involved. We want in. Silver Days, what up, fam? What is this? If the bill gets passed, it will be the last time to get stuff cheap delay. Just 2 weeks, and that's all I need, Donnie T. No, you're right, man. It's going to be more time, right? By the end of the year, these bills are going to be passed. The next thing are these ETFs. When these ETFs get approved mid-October for XRP, and I'm pretty sure our friends at Zebec are already getting their documentation together to get ETF. What up, Court Crawler? What up, Captain Crunch? What up, Rico? What up? What are those dominoes? Or what is that? Candles? Okay, I see you. Fire. Who is this? Tyrant. Copeland. The ZBIC is the payroll, not cross-border payments. So that's just hopium and a big nothing burger unless you have white papers to prove that ZBIC and Swift are partners. Bro, I'm not have white papers to say nothing. Do your own research, right? But if ZBIC is working with what is this? Oh my god. If ZBIC is working with XRP and literally Deutsche Bank is here and they just had a partnership with Deutsche Bank, it's only a matter of time, guys. They're probably drawing up the right paper right now. But to each his own, guys. I don't really go back and forth with nobody, right? I don't got time for that. All right. Good luck. XRP on the moon. What up, Silver Days? Zebekians for life. Our brothers. Well, Tyron, I guess you are on the team. But yeah, you should know then, man. It's freaking right here. Swift is collaborating with these industries. If these guys are doing cross-border payments, what Swift does and what XRP does, and if Zebec is streaming, how long do you think before Zebec will start doing cross-border payments? Even if they're not the framework, they're going to be involved in the process, my guy. So sit tight, put your table in the full upright position and make sure your seat are buckled, my guy, because things are about to get weird. Biggest catalyst will be regulatory clarity conclusion unless it stalls this month, October. Actually, Brock, I don't think so. They're already okay. Maybe you guys aren't familiar. Again, I'm in financial services. Been in financial services for a long time. With regulatory clarity, right? When you get to a certain point, you start doing deals. Even if you're not fully certified and you haven't fully completed your audit and you don't have the cert, there's a line you pass. Once you get over 70, 80%, it's all fun and games, guys. Once you get to the point where you are going to be certified, people start doing business. And once you get to that point, which obviously Zebec has if they're doing a deal with Deutsche. I mean, crypto's one thing, but when you start working with banks, banks are doing research, right? They're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. They're not just picking up something because it looks good. These guys got people, and I know because I used to do it, that are working 24 hours a day trying to find something, right? Literally on the internet, on the web, on the dark web, on the channels, talking to my main guy in the background, talking to a couple of scammers, talking to everybody, anybody and everybody. Do you know about this company? Have you heard of this company? Is this legit? Do any of your channels know about this company? Is there anybody you know that might have heard of, thought about, or doing business illegally with these guys? If so, they're going to find it, right? The bank is probably more uh, secure than the government, right? The bank ain't playing game. The bank is not in business to lose money. The bank is in business to take your money, right? They're making money on your money. So scams, fraud, money laundering, all that stuff, there's a department of the bank that's handling. They might not do nothing, but they know what's going on, guys. I'm telling you firsthand. There's people that sit in the corner all day, every day, and they're only doing is watching. We're watching transactions. We're watching audits. We're watching uh, companies that we found in the past that are not on the up and up. You might not report it, but they definitely know what's going on, guys. If a tree falls in the forest with a white stripe on it, you best believe the bank knows about it before it hits the ground. I'm just throwing that out there. ZBC and payroll reimagined for sure. I do understand that this is inevitable in a matter of time, but Democrats are asking for tweaks on the bill. Really? But I mean, the bill's there. The bill has not been finalized. The bill is in process. So once it's in process, either passes and gets certified and becomes law, or it goes back to the drawing board. But if it's at the point where they're adding things to it and tweaking things, we've already won, guys. Just a little political note for you there. Now, financial advice. This is entertainment purposes. What's the next big date? While looking forward to in reference to the Zebec. Well, nothing happens until this Sybos conference completes, right? And I'm pretty sure once that completes, there's going to be some information. There's going to be at least some press about what they talked about. Somebody mentioned there's a video, and I haven't been able to find, I actually didn't look, but I don't think there's anything like some of these conferences are private, especially with banking. They're not going to tell you nothing. They're going to let you know nothing, right? They're closing deals and they're going to come back, oh, yeah, we're rich. But outside of that, you ain't going to know nothing. Don't turn in paper hands, a big family. Families don't turn in paper hands. All right, because I was thinking there for a second. Hold on, fam. Hold on, fam. But yeah, not 100% sure what that means, but we'll keep it moving. Zebec is featured in an in-depth piece in UK stablecoin policy by the independent one of UK's leading newspapers. I don't know about that, but it's coming up. I don't know why it's taking so long to come up. But I do, yeah, actually, I have heard the independent. Not a paywall, not you gotta buy it, look at it. Uh, what's this video? Is this a video? What is this video? Why is cryptocurrency decamped? The freak is decamped. Salary and payroll and crypto move step closer this week. Partners announced between Ali are all Unity, a regulated money operator, and Zebec, a specialist in developing network for payroll payments using stablecoins. Stablecoins are a form of digital cash pegged to sovereign currencies such as the dollar to mitigate the volatility associated with cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoins. The token can be used. We know that. Ally is owned by Deutsche Bank. What? Asset manager DWS, Galaxy, and Flow Traders. Stablecoin Euro is backed by the Euro. Okay, I thought it was going to be slick. That didn't work out because it's still Euro. The joint venture is set to transform how and when workers receive their salaries and catapult crypto into the wider public arena, largely expanding blockchain technology and its uses in common financial operations. Consumers will no longer be relying on bank settlements and systems, vulnerability to bank IT glitches, and holiday closures. What? The euro will be supported across Zebec's expanding suite of crypto cards, products, including exclusive branded payment cards compatible with Apple Pay and Google Pay. As says an announcement, this will allow users to seamlessly, instantly convert their payroll earnings into spendable funds at millions of merchants worldwide. It all sounds very exciting. The move is a reflection of what's occurring in the U.S., where Donald Trump is spearheading what looks to be an explosion in the use and popularity of stablecoins. Already 280 billion worth are in circulation, and Trump is driving a major push. Of course, his family has its own crypto coin, Trump, something for which has been heavily criticized. But there is another aspect driving him, which is the determination to ensure the U.S. dollar does not lose out in the new market. But in Britain, Bank of England is seamlessly intent on pressing ahead with proposals that would limit how many stablecoin people can earn. Of course they are, right? So you got to get in early, man. Under the bank plan, individuals will be restricted to limits of 10,000. I'm not even sure what that is. To 10 to 20,000, and business to 10 million. Cryptocurrencies and payment groups say it will not put Britain as a strong disadvantage versus other countries. Imposing caps on stablecoins is bad for UK savers, bad for the city, and bad for sterling. I don't know what that means. Vice President of International Policy at Coinbase, the U.S. crypto exchange, no other major jurisdiction has deemed it necessary to impose caps. And you're right, imposing caps are bad. I don't care where you're at. Salary caps, bad. Caps on crypto, bad. What the freak? I guess cancel Christmas because that pay. Okay, we're not closing. The bank approaches also runs counter to the government's declaring policy of promoting digital innovation and tech. In their Mansion House speak in July, Rachel Reeves said she would drive forward developments in blockchain technology, including tokenized securities and stablecoins. Bank Governor Andrew Bailey is said to have intervened to stop the chancellor meeting regulators to press them to speed up the granting fintech revolt a banking license. Granting the fintech revolt a bank. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. they are slowing this down because they are not ready for the movement, right? So this would be the security guard outside of your local party patting people down and making you stand in line to make the line look larger. Bro, I know the game. You're slowing it down to make sure they can keep control of it, right? Because if we rush in and bum rush the party's out of control. So I don't know, but I have this posted. I'm not going to read this whole article because I got other stuff to get to. So this is a Zebec Network day one at Sybos. Frankfurt is filled with the world leading banks and financial institutions. We invite you to visit our booth and interact with our team as we bring real-time payments and stablecoin flows to Swift ecosystem along some of our fintech partners here in EU. And Zebec didn't send me that ticket. I was really waiting. I was at the airport waiting, trying to figure out what's going on, and they never sent the ticket. So I guess I just come home and make videos. But I was expecting that ticket to be at the airport, but we will see. But I guess not time to go to Frankfurt and Sybos. But let's see what's going on in the chat. What the freak? Wait, we can't be that far back. Wait. Where do we stop at? It's the Beckons for life budget, regulatory clarity. Don't understand. What's the next big date? That one. Trust and believe. I'm absolutely appreciate your wisdom and listen very intently. So thank you very much. No problem, my guy. No problem. We're here to help. That's what I'm saying. I was talking to somebody. Actually, been talking a lot. Actually, got me back on these weight loss pills that make you hyper talking. I don't know, but I can't shut up. Either way, what are you talking about, Willis? You're right. Banks aren't going to tell you shit. Definitely, bro. I work in financial services. You know how much stuff they're working on they don't tell you until it rolls out or until they figure out how to make more money on it? Like the business of banking is finding ways to make the bank more money, right? The bank already got your money and they spend billions of dollars to try to find ways to make the bank more money. Like literally guys are staying up at night trying to figure out how to make the bank richer. You think it can hit? Appreciate that quarter crawler and my man, Brock. I wasn't trying to offend you. If I did, it was not my intent. I just be talking, bro. And I'm from an aggressive background where we play no games, bro. This is play no games, Texas. We don't play no games, bro. Just be talking. You think it can hit 3 to 10 cents this bull run? I was thinking possibly, maybe 5 to 10 cents, maybe more, but we'll have to wait and see. Chad, what is that? What is that? Is that a boat? What is that, bro? Got a smaller screen that shows the chat. I don't even know. Is that that's a boat? That is a boat. So you get the boat, man. So we're ready to hit the Caribbean and start island hopping. We're looking for islands to buy. DJ, how about realistically more like 25 cents to 75 cents? I don't think it's going to be easy ride. Your face will melt. Captain Crunch, I was actually thinking more along the lines of 50 to 70 cents, but I don't want to be the moon boy. I don't want to be the only moon boy, but I do think it's going to melt faces. People are going to be like I talk to people all the time at crypto conferences, and they're like, what is Zebec? It's on Solana. I never heard of it. I was literally at a Solana MetaMask conference hosted by my main man, Matt LaRose. And these guys work at Solana, and they said they haven't heard of Zebec, which is possible, right? There's probably thousands of coins on Solana. But I thought it was weird that the payroll streaming software and these guys work there. So that tells you a whole lot, right? There's a whole lot of adoption right around the corner. Smash the like button, lurkers. Thank you, Quarter Crawler. Just hold and pay attention. Correct, Captain Crunch? Captain Crunch. Yeah, correct. Just hold, guys. Just hold. Hold on for dear life. I'm telling you, things are changing soon. I know I've been saying the same thing. I've been preaching the gospel of crypto for at least 5 years. But so far, we've been right. Told you about Ethereum. Ethereum took off. I wish I'd have kept my Ethereum. Told you about Bitcoin. Bitcoin took off. Caspa took off and installed. Zebec pumped, but hasn't had the what is that? The mother of all pumps yet. The mother of all pumps is coming for Zebec. And I guess that was the last one. This article's still here. So I asked chat, what is Sybos? Sybos, originally Swift International Banking Operations Seminar. Oh wow, that's kind of weird. Is an annual conference expedition organized by Swift, the global messaging network used by banks and institutional or financial institutions to send secure, standardized messages. So, what this means is with banks, since banks are crazy paranoid, they send messages, right? There's a messaging system, kind of like your ACH. Basically, they're sending files and you process the files in batches. So it kind of makes it hard for someone just to hack in and make a quick update because there's lots of regulation and there's lots of checks and security involved, right? So you can't just come in and run with it. You got to follow the checks, but keeping it moving. The goal is to bring together the global financial community, banks, fintechs, payment providers, regulators, technology providers, etc., to debate, collaborate, and showcase what's new in payments, securities, cash management, trade, regulation, innovation, risk, digital transformation, and other areas. And why do you say they get together and talk about this? Because when they do, they can keep other banks from running off, right? They can keep you from getting too far ahead of the rest, right? It's a pack. And these guys are crabs in the barrel, right? They don't want anybody getting too far ahead and putting them out of business. So if you discuss what you're working on, I'll discuss what I'm working on, and we can partner together to all make money versus you in a corner in the dark working on something major and you turn the lights on and everything goes crazy. But if you're at the conference and we're talking about it, we could work with you guys, help you guys out, and maybe make a couple of bucks on the side. Rock, never offended, just conversations on, yeah, it's all good. I ain't tripping. We're keeping it moving, right? We're here for the money. Show me the money. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes, but definitely here for the money. What is it? Money comes easily. Money comes freely. Money comes safely. What is it? Money comes easily. Just the affirmation. I keep hearing the song in my head. Money comes frequently. Money comes easily. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to take you guys down that rabbit hole. Hit the like button and lots of great info here. Let's pay the man. Please like, super chat. You can hit your main man up with a super chat. I'm just trying to keep the lights on here at BTM Crypto News, maybe expand, maybe get some more equipment, bring some people on, and go all the way live, guys. But the main purpose is just to help educate you. I know when I first got into crypto, there's lots of mistakes made, lots of money lost, lots of problems that could have been avoided if there were someone like BTM telling you what to do and what to look for. But it is good to come together as a community and explain how things work. Shout out to Quarter Crawler. Quarter Crawler's been with me for a long time. And Quarter Crawler, we have made some money. So I'm not knocking anybody's hustle or anybody's YouTube channel. But what a man says, you know how to put a couple dollars in a brother's pocket. So we're definitely here to hear you out. Zebec, Caspa, BTC, Sprung. So yeah, I might have to go ahead and make a Caspa video tonight. Trying to get to the gym, so I don't know if I'll be back in time. But as I found out with Black Rue, we got to get back on the night shift, quarter crawler. We got to get back on the night shift, on the night job. And plus, things are picking up at work, so making videos during the day aren't really going over that well. So I guess we're back on the night shift. Keeping it moving. Where were we? Each year it's held in different global cities, many sessions, many exhibits. For example, Sybos 2024 was in Beijing, had over 10,100 participants with 500 plus speakers, 125 exhibits. Why did I freaking go to Sybos? What the freak? Sybos. Why didn't I go to Sybos? Why didn't I know about this last year? Themes often include payment innovation. I don't know who's a payment innovating crypto. What kind of RWA is actually innovating payments? Digital asset tokenization, compliance, regulatory issues, cybersecurity, AI, and so on. Sybos 2025 will explore the next frontier in global finance. I don't know who would benefit the most from the next frontier in global finance, other than the main ZBCN network. But either way, we'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to hit your main man up with a super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. I'm just trying to keep the lights on here in Turbo. And I almost said Turbo Toast and Crypto News Network. Including interoperability, regulation, and digital evolution. Why is Sybos important to a Zebec Network? Given Zebec's mission, product lines, and strategic direction, the Sybos is strategically relevant in several ways. Visibility and credibility, right? That's the main number one, right? We got to get credibility and we got to get more eyes on the network. Zebec is building infrastructures for real world value flows, payments, payroll, DPN, decentralized physical infrastructure, and bridging Web 2 and Web 3 finance, showing up at a prestigious mainstream financial institutional forum helps validate a Zebec in a traditional financial circles. For institutional partners, banks, regulators, trust is important. Like we just mentioned, you gotta be able to trust you guys. Presence at Sybos. Sybos. Is it Sybos or Sybos? Sybos signals seriousness how Zebec relates to regulation and compliance and interoperability. And I told you guys, a lot of these crypto companies or projects are going to disappear because they're not going to be regulated, right? And big banks or big institutions aren't dumping serious money in anything that is not where were we? Not regulated and it's not compliant, right? Once you lose that compliance, bro, people disappear quick. Like roaches running when the lights turn on, bro. We out of here. Peace out. Sybos gathers decision making and leaders from banks, fintechs, payment systems, regulators, souvenirs, I don't know, for Zebec. Yeah, souvenirs, I guess. The pool of potential customers, collaborators, and service partners, technology alliances. Zebec can use Sybos to form or accelerate partnerships with banks or financial institutions interested in blockchain payroll, real-time payments and tokenization, regulation and standard interoperability. Sybos is run by SWIFT, an organization central to international financial messaging and infrastructure. Discussions there often involve setting or adopting standards regulatory implications for payment securities and ALM. Zebec, which is interfacing with both DeFi and traditional finance, needs to keep up with those. Zebec's offerings, on-chain payments, blockchains, integrated trust compliance, need to interop with legacy systems, understanding what the financial industry expects in terms of standard messaging regulation is key. Market insight and innovation. Sybos is a place where innovation are showcased. Trends are exposed. For example, tokenization, AI, DLT, blockchain. Instant cross-border payments is a hot topic. Zebec can learn, adapt, and see where the market is going. So that answers somebody's question from earlier. Zebec can learn, and what I was saying anyway, Zebec is doing something nobody else is doing, right? If Zebec can get into the market and get their weight up for what is this? For just had another thought. Sorry, mine's thinking about. If Zebec can get in and get up, they can definitely get the word out. And from that word, they can help support the cross-border payments. Thank you, New Wave. I'm glad somebody gave your boy something. I appreciate you, but I'm not in it for the money, guys. I made a pretty good amount of crypto already, right? And when the rest of this comes up, we're going to be all the way live. Shout out to Chad in the island. I guess Quarter Crawler, meet up with us, bro. We are on the way. Probably going to set up some kind of device to locate gold in the Caribbean, bro. Making money on top of money. Figure out a way to rig us some kind of gold searching device. And in our spare time, in our free time, because we're not working because we're retired, we're going to find that Caribbean gold. But keeping it moving, Zebec offers on-chain. Wait, skip something. Zebec is a place where innovations are showcased, trends are exposed. I just read that actually. Also, find what competitors or similar fintech are doing, which is, I'm telling you, this is the best place for us. Help Zebec position its product appropriately, right? Bro, you got cross-border payments? Come here, I'm gonna show you something. Show you something. Look. I got this streaming payroll. Oh wow, streaming payroll. Man, let me get your card. Yeah, let's take these guys out to drinks tonight. And that, sir, is how business is done in the financial world. Keeping it moving. Also find institutional banks regulators are often slow to adopt, in part because they need to see maturity, stability, compliance, trust. Zebec's attendance helps with demonstrating those qualities. And we talked about that last week, guys. These guys aren't trying to lose a single red penny, right? So they got to know you're stable. You're not going to go out of business next week. They got to know you're compliant, right? Got to be able to trust you. And you got to be mature, right? You can't be, fly by night company. You got to put the time in. You got to go to the conferences. You got to shake hands. You got to meet the man that's next to the man that's next to the man. You got to meet the guys making the stamps, right? The guys putting the stamps on approval, right? Let me see. If Zebec is seeking regulatory approvals, partnerships with regulated entities or use in jurisdictions with strict rules. Having presence at Sybos shows Zebec is engaging in those conversations at the right level, right? You got to be talking to my man in the back with the briefcase and the glasses, right? The money makers, the movers and shakers, the guys that aren't sitting in the office 24 hours, the people on the golf course and at the party, the one that's stamping the bricks, the real money movers, right? Not the guys in the office that are trying to con you out of the water and the what is it? Con you out of scones in the break room, talking about the movers and shakers. Um, what is this? Potential for announcement product launches. Conferences like the Sybos are often used to make important product announcements, sign deals, or launch pilots or proof of concepts. So you gotta have your face in the place if you're trying to get in. If you're trying to get in the building, you gotta have your face in the place. Zebec could use such an event to formally launch or promote the product's real-time payroll payments, rails, etc., or announce integrations. So, all that said, we should see some announcements coming next week, guys, or probably later on this week. So let me know what you think. We're gonna keep it running. Damn, we're already at 7 o'clock. I was trying to hit the gym real quick, but let me pump Caesar's. I think it is a quick. What is this? Price prediction.
Dramatically higher level of existence to achieve whenever it comes to the price action here for ZBCN. From a high to a low, the area that I'm expecting is not the primary target zone, right? The primary target zone is the 1272 to the 1618. That's your primary target zone in the Fibonacci extensions. We probably play around here for a bit. We mess around and we continue to grow. I wouldn't expect that it's like this at all, right? In other words, like if we're looking at this, we look at this, we have this kind of a movement here from a low to a high. I doubt that the movement we get in correspondence to this breaking out of this consolidation range here, I doubt that we get a movement that's a third less or half as big, right? I doubt we stop here. It would make more sense that we go to the next zone. If this is the primary target zone, what does the secondary zone look like? It's from the 1886 to the 2618 right here, right? That's the secondary zone. So something in this area makes a lot of sense to me. That's why the 2-cent target to 4.5-cent target is what we're considering. If we stop at 1.4, or if we stop at like 1.5 cents or 1 cent, okay, that's very limited growth, and that doesn't line up with what I'm expecting at all. But from the current price, that's still it's below average there. It's about average there at the golden ratio. I just have I have a hard time seeing so much accumulation, such a robust expansion in the price here, resulting in this consolidation giving you just a little pathetic move, right? Like I have a hard time seeing that, especially anything less than the golden ratio. So from that, again, we derive the secondary target zone, the 1886 to the 2618. To me, it makes sense that we'll see 2 cents to 4.5 cents. If not by the end of October, maybe early November or sometime in November. But I do expect October to be a very bullish month. We should be breaking out. We should be at least at new all-time highs in the primary zone by the end of October, if not dramatically higher than that, double that or more. I'm personally expecting that in this secondary zone here, I'm personally expecting that we will stop somewhere between about 3 cents and 4.5 cents. I think we'll hit that upper levels of the secondary zone, not the lower levels. It is possible we could go higher. And I think we will in time. I think by the end of this year, we will see prices that are at 6 cents, 10 cents, maybe even beyond that by the end of 2025. Yes, beyond that could happen by the end of 2025. Alt season is not kicked off yet, you guys. We don't even know what we're dealing with here. I'm anticipating that this alt season is going to be far more dramatic than the last one was to the upside. And the last one was decent. This, we could really see, I mean, you could be at 20 cents by the end of the year. You don't know. I don't know. We don't know. As crazy as that sounds, you could really be like, you could do some serious damage between now and the end of the year, guys. In full swing, full strength of the bull market. Oh, cryptos, solid cryptos like this one, they do some heavy hitting, show stopping behavior, right? This 5x, like Aster did a 5x overnight. That's great. That's crazy stuff, right? Last cycle, Dogecoin at a $1 billion valuation did an 11x overnight, right? In like a 24-hour period, it did like an 11 or like a 14x. It did something crazy at a $1 billion valuation. Like, that's crazy. And that was peak alt cycle mania.
Peak alt cycle mania. So shout out to Caesar. I don't really get much in the technical analysis, but I trust Caesar because he's generally on point with it. And I've been watching him and actually did some collabs with him before on several videos. So Caesar does keep it cool. But with technical analysis, it's kind of hit or miss, right? 'Cause you can't really predict what the market's going to do, right? It's almost impossible, right? Because like I told the Caspa guys, there's black swan events, there's political things, there's a lot of stuff going on outside of the crypto market that affects the price. So it is really hard to predict crypto. Crypto is very volatile. Caesar has been on point with his TA of ZBCN. Yes, sir. And that's why we're watching them. New wave. Definitely shout out to Caesar. And let me see here. See if we can squeeze one more quick video out. If the system can stay up. I guess we'll see what is going on with the big BC real quick.
What's up, ladies and gents? You know what time of day it is. It's Zebec time, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Zebec. We're going to be discussing what we're seeing here on the charts, and I'll be giving you guys my price prediction for Zebec over the coming days and weeks, as well as my targets for 2025. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you are a new viewer, then welcome to this channel. If you do like this sort of content, hit that like button and subscribe for more. If you are a returning viewer, as always, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here. So, of course, we're going to be diving straight into this video. We're going to start off with the shorter term here on Zebec and then move on to the 2025 targets. And so we're on the one-day chart right now, and I do personally think that in the shorter term, we could see the prices moving quite a bit higher. So compared to my kind of mood that I had here for Zebec over the past few weeks, I am feeling more optimistic. And I'll explain to you guys why. So basically, when we look at the Zebec chart, we're looking at two main things right now. You can see that Zebec, since the start of August, has been in a downtrend that's basically been dictated by a trend line that looks like this. Of course, we saw this fake out with the release of that really nice partnership news that we saw with Zebec. Prices came all the way back down. And so this resistance, in my opinion, is still a valid resistance here on Zebec. And for a support, we have us right now. And so what we have here on Zebec is this general consolidation where we've got this as our support line, this as our upper resistance, and you can kind of see where I'm trying to get at with this on Zebec. You see we haven't got that much time left before Zebec has to make its mind up what it wants to do with this triangle. So, of course, if we see a breakout to the upside of this triangle, of course, that's what we're all hoping for from this scenario, then we do get a juicy price target here for the shorter term on Zebec. That's a 71% upside. And if we break out over the next few days, let's just say that we start off October with a bang, we could be looking at a price target here on Zebec of 0.0068. So that's a 71% upside. However, if we see a scenario where Zebec breaks down from this lower support, at the end of the day, we are trying to be optimistic on this channel, but just prepare yourselves for a scenario where we could also see a potential breakdown. If that does happen, then we just drag the measuring tool, put it to the downside, and you can see that the bottom price level there tells us we could see maybe 0.002. So, of course, be prepared for that downside if we see a clear breakdown from 0.0035. But otherwise, if we see a breakout to the upside of this resistance that's currently at 0.004, we should see fireworks here on Zebec. Now, of course, if you guys want to get $10 completely free to buy some Zebec, then don't forget to check out the MEX exchange. As you guys can see on the screen, they're giving every new user who signs up using the link in the description down below $10 to get started. Now, this exchange does not require KYC. The only thing you need to do to get that $10 is to deposit some fiat currency or crypto, and then that $10 is yours. Like I say, you can use it to buy some Zebec, or you can long or short Zebec with it using up to 20 times leverage. Again, link for this is in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Let's get back into this video. So, of course, we are seeing this in the shorter term. Let's focus first on the positives about our situation at the moment. And if we get the MACD on the one-day screen, you can see that although we are still seeing red bars, which means there's still a bit of bearish momentum on the longer time frames, we can see that the red bars are getting less and less. So if Zebec is able to continue the next few days with bullish momentum and push the prices up to this previous resistance and start to break out to the upside, that could coincide with a buy signal from the one-day MACD. So generally, this is a good signal when we do get a crossover. Of course, the last few times we saw a crossover, let's talk about the one in July. We can see that that coincided with this nice uptrend that we saw throughout July and August. And similarly, if we look at the one in September, not such a good signal, this one, but nonetheless, you can see that kind of kicked off things with this little uptrend that we saw for about a week. And then we got a sell signal as the prices came back down. So once we see a crossover once again on the one-day MACD, that could be a strong buy signal, particularly if it's coupled with a breakout of this triangle on the screen. Now, of course, another thing that's pretty bullish here for Zebec is the fact that we've got the 200-day moving averages pretty close by to the downside. So essentially, when we're in a long-term uptrend, we generally tend to see the price test these moving averages as support. And we also want to see the two blue lines moving upwards, which they've generally been doing throughout this uptrend. So essentially, if the prices do fall down a bit here on Zebec, we've got these 200-day moving averages to offer us basically a cushion, like what we saw back in July when the prices came down to test this moving average here. So that's another piece of good news in my opinion. Of course, it should be a support. It would be very bearish if the prices were to duck underneath these two moving averages. That would be quite a powerful thing for the bears to see if we do dive underneath those moving averages. So of course, those are my thoughts for the shorter term. I am more bullish than I am bearish given what we're seeing here from our indicators. Of course, that means that in the shorter term, we could see 0.0068 within a matter of days. Of course, the deadline for this triangle is the 15th of October, so about 2 weeks' time, and then Zebec has to make its mind up. Now, of course, for the slightly longer timeframes, I'm even more bullish here for Zebec. So essentially, if we just get rid of those shorter term drawings, what we are seeing here also potentially on Zebec is the start of a longer term triangle forming. So I also think that we could be looking at something maybe a little bit like this. So essentially, we've got a really nice triangle here. It's not lopsided one way or another. And this could be treated as some sort of longer term consolidation. So it's consolidation that we've seen since May, where the prices are bouncing in between resistance and support. And I do think that if we see a breakout from that shorter term triangle that I showed, it could also force a breakout from this longer term triangle. And of course, if that were to happen, you can already see that the number for this is quite a bit bigger. That's a 213% upside. And again, if that happens at the start of October, let's just say that we break out from that shorter term triangle that I showed you earlier and break out from this larger one too, we could be looking at 0.014 here on Zebec. So that's a massive price target to have. The deadline for this triangle is basically the end of October as well. So again, not too far in the distance. Not too far in the distant future, this one here. So something potentially to look forward to over the coming weeks if we get some bullish price action here on Zebec. Of course, some other long-term targets that I'm looking at here for Zebec, my main ones that I have for 2025 are the ones that fall along the fib levels. So I use these fib levels quite religiously because, you know, they provide places where Zebec finds support and resistance. If I just show you a few examples, you can see that the prices have come up to the 0.5 fib here on multiple different occasions as a resistance. More recently, this peak that we had here, the previous all-time high, sat at this 1.414 fib. We went down to 0.786, and now we are consolidating between the 1 and the 1.272 fib. So you can see these fibs have been used lots of different times as places of support and resistance. And so generally, when we come to see Zebec make new all-time highs, then the next natural stop here for Zebec, where we could find some resistance. So let me just map out some sort of trajectory where Zebec could go to. Let's say we break new all-time highs. You can see that the first natural target here for Zebec is at 1.618 fib at 0.009. So this is a place where we might find some resistance, for example, before we start to head up again. And once we break that, next natural fib there is the 2 fib that tells us we could see about 0.017. And the next one after that is this 2.618 fib that tells us we could see 0.046. Now, this is my main price target here for Zebec in 2025. I do think that could be a pretty massive top here for Zebec. Of course, if things get super bullish here for crypto in general, I do think that we could also see 0.1 in 2025. So these two are my ambitious targets for Zebec in 2025. If you're feeling a little bit more conservative and you want something a little bit more certain, then I do think that this 2 fib 0.017 and 0.009 are also decent targets to have if you just want to lock in some profits. So of course, those are my targets here for Zebec in the longer term. There's a lot of things, in my opinion, to suggest that crypto is going to be going higher. One of the main ones that we are looking at is the total free market cap. And basically, you already see my annotations on here. But basically, we are looking at this massive right-angled triangle on the total market cap. So this is the chart for the market cap of crypto without Bitcoin or Ethereum. Right now, we are tantalizingly close to breaking out. And as you guys can see from my annotations, once we see a breakout of this upper resistance line, which is about $1.2 trillion, we've got a market cap target of $4 trillion. So essentially, that's a 260% upside from where we break out, which suggests that on average, cryptos are probably going to do about 3 or 4x from the point we see a breakout from this chart. Now, of course, that gives me a lot of comfort here in Zebec, because now we have sort of a baseline as to what to expect from the average crypto. So if an average crypto is doing a 3 or a 4x and Zebec were just to perform averagely, then we are looking at maybe, sorry, let me get that back up. We are looking at a price target of maybe between 0.011 to 0.015. So that's if Zebec performs averagely. But obviously here for Zebec, we know the team are working very hard and we are in a hot category of cryptos. We expect Zebec to outperform that average, and therefore it suggests that the prices should be going higher than 0.015. So of course, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Of course, let me know down in the comments if you're holding Zebec. If you are, let me
Big BC Financial Channel, his price updates. And I'm definitely trying to run to the gym real quick so I can get back for the. I'm going to push that Caspa video to 9:30 instead of 9 o'clock. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, thanks for the super chat and thanks for joining. And again, we'll be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. with Black Rue for Zebec, ZBCN update. And probably 9:30 this evening for that Caspa live. Yeah, we're back, baby. Caspa, Caspa, Caspa. But as always, it's your main man BTM signing out. Thanks for joining. Remember, stay weird and stay dangerous. Miners out. Don't forget, let's get back to the money. Miner out.